In the previous episode, King Consort, the queen's husband, was casually barbecuing when he was kidnapped by the people of Hueyat Van Lau. They forced him to drink various kinds of poison, but our young man didn't seem the least bit scared. Let's continue with this episode. Everyone, can I leave now? I worry if I delay too long, those female guards will become suspicious. It won't be good for you. Luang Fu was taken by surprise, so his mind hadn't reacted yet. He stuttered, what should I do next? This question is a bit off topic. Hearing this, Lin He was angry, shameless. His Majesty is really blind to choose a man without backbone like you. Foolish. Your Highness, this is called being in the times. You think everyone is like you and your mother. Those foolish people didn't see the situation of the Great Inflammation Dynasty clearly. Luang Fu, you're right. The Great Inflammation Dynasty is an internal strife and external troubles, and now Hueyat Van Lau is also starting to get involved. I'm afraid, the young man interrupted. I've drunk the poison, and you've entrusted your affairs to me. Can I take her away? Lin Yi yelled in anger. Don't pretend to be deaf and dumb. I don't need your rescue. The man with the scar spoke up. This is not possible. I have some grievances with this little villain and want to take this opportunity to settle it. Seeing that his plan was not going as planned, the young man threatened, that's not possible. She's going with me. This is related to my antidote. It can't be leaked. If she doesn't go with me, I might as well die here. This Luang Fu seemed to have guessed the young man's plans, so he calmly replied, so, you can just wait here for the poison to take effect on your own. Wait. Everyone calm down, don't be impatient, let me think carefully. Hearing this, the angry junior spoke up. If you don't know how to speak, shut up. The elder brother has already given you face. You don't know good from bad. Stepping on face, ha. After saying this, he punched towards the young man. Finishing his sentence, the junior grabbed the young man's hair, which made him angry. I hate it the most when someone touches my hair. The young man punched towards the junior, along with a terrifying power from his punch that vaporized the junior, leaving no residue behind. The two remaining subordinates were terrified. This man was truly a Engjie Fakang Si Na Siengjie, who vaporized others with a single blow. It was horrifying. After the young man's strike, a large hole appeared in the cave, causing the three remaining to cower in fear. The young man seemed still angry and had not stopped yet. He swung his left hand towards the two subordinates of El Eng Fu, vaporizing them once more. In front of him now, the boss was so scared that he could not stand and fell to the ground. I just wanted to live a leisurely and comfortable life as a prince. Why wouldn't you allow it? Hadn't we cooperated just a moment ago? Then why did you force me to take action? The boss, seeing this, was begging and kowtowing. I was wrong. I know I was wrong. Please spare my life. But it was too late for him, as the young man seemed to have made up his mind. Then, his body slowly vanished into thin air just like his three subordinates. Having dealt with the boss, the young man went towards Lin Nhi, who had witnessed the whole scene and was terrified, begging, please spare my life, my lord. Lin He knew she was in the wrong. Please don't kill me, she pleaded, her eyes clenched shut in anticipation. But the young man only came to smash her chains, not intending to harm her. Are you an idiot? He inquired. All right, stay right there. I'm going to destroy this place a bit. I'll be back, he announced. Watching the young man take off into the sky, she breathed a sigh of relief. But before she could completely compose herself, she was startled by two mountains bounding towards her. Still not comprehending the situation, she thought joyfully, isn't it just the prince coming? Along with a jumping mountain. Just when she thought about it, she suddenly realized something, her eyes wide with extreme shock. Hold on, jumping mountain. It's a jumping mountain. After carefully observing, she saw the prince levitating with a mountain above his head, which terrified her. She exclaimed, Prince, are you a monster? Could it be that the prince has cultivated beyond the legendary 10 realms of the Saint Realm? A thunderous sound from behind made her feel like she was going to wet her pants. "It's done. This time there won't be any trace of my actions," he declared. "And as for her, haha," the admin laughed until he choked on his rice. "Haha. Thank you, Prince, for showing me what it means to destroy the landscape. Little girl, just say that you saved me later." But this guy is also funny, knowing the girl is scared yet still making a villain's face to frighten her. "Didn't your mother tell you to listen to adults carefully? You made the poor child so scared she almost lost her underwear." Trong Lin understood. "I promise I won't talk nonsense," she assured, trembling in fear. "Why didn't you listen to me earlier, little girl?" "All right, stand up, let's go," he declared. Suddenly a rustling sound in the bushes startled the young man. To be cautious, turned out it was the soldiers of the Empress looking for the two of them. "General Trong, is everyone all right? Where are those who kidnapped the prince? Could it be they already?" Seeing Lin Hai silent, the young man pretended to yawn, signaling to her. Finally, she got the hint, and whispered. "He was killed by me, just relax," he reassured. "All right, let's stop worrying everyone and continue our barbecue." Speaking of the prince, "It's not safe in these mountains anymore with all the bandits around. I know worries, all the bandits have been killed by this little girl here." Upon hearing the prince referring to Lin He as little girl, all the soldiers were shocked. The prince is done for. General Lin Hai hates evil like a sworn enemy and dislikes the lazy, indulgent prince type who even calls the general little girl. "We're doomed this time. When the time comes, we must try our best to stop her from killing the prince." But when they saw General Lin Hai obediently following the prince, the soldiers were also taken aback, dropping dead in their tracks. "What are you standing there for? Follow me quickly." This left the soldiers with yet another surprise. How could General Lin Hai's temperament be so gentle? "Little girl, do you have a knife?" "Wow, crispy on the outside, juicy and soft on the inside. Not bad. It even has elasticity." He was enjoying roasted pork. Haha, looking at Lin Hai's chest, the admin doesn't know whether the young man is eating roast pork or grapefruit. Seeing their once valiant and formidable general now being so obedient left the soldiers at a loss. "It's over. Has the general gone mad? Little girl, the people who kidnapped me earlier, it seems like you know them very well. Could it be that you've known them for a long time?" "That's right. The leader is Lngth, once the leader of the Yan Lang bandits. He was the test that my mother arranged for me 1 year before my coming-of-age ceremony. He must have been beheaded by the crowd. I don't know why Hai Tivan Tower saved him." When he heard about the coming-of-age ceremony, the young man stared intently at the grapefruit in front of him and asked, "How old are you this year?" Hearing the question, she bashfully answered, "I'm not 18 yet. I'm just 16. I have to criticize your mother for this. You're still a young girl and she allowed you to fight and kill like this." Hearing this, the girl agreed and nodded vigorously. Ha, ha. The soldiers huddled together and discussed. This time they kidnapped the prince with the aim of getting to the Empress. "We don't know who is behind this and would pay such a high price. Their mission this time has failed. Within 7 days, there will surely be more people coming." The young man overheard and turned back to ask, "What do you mean more people will come within 7 days? The female soldier replied, "Your Highness, you should stay temporarily in the palace and not go out into the battlefield. Even the powerful assassins of Hai Tivan Tower dare not casually rush into the royal palace." "Good idea. It's much more comfortable staying in the palace." The prince finally, "Are you afraid of death? Why don't you want to fight?" Seeing the barrage of questions, the young man avoided answering. "Let's go ahead and see. Go and get some food." And Lin He followed him like a shadow. Making them look very close, the soldiers started to doubt. "Boss, are you saying that our young general is with that guy? Why is she so nice to the prince? What are you talking about? The young general has always admired His Majesty. Don't talk nonsense. I don't know how many people will suffer next, and how much trouble the Empress will face. The prince asked Lin Hai curiously. Just now the guard discussed that Hai Tivan Tower will cause disaster for the people, and my empress wife will have troubles. What does that mean? Thank you all for watching the video. I wish you all relaxation and joy. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and see you in episode 3 tomorrow.